Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good to see you all. I want to wish everybody a happy Colorado Day on August 1st, 1876. President Ulysses S. Grant formally admitted Colorado to the Union. Today we celebrate our 149th birthday, which is also the kickoff of our 150th year. Next year, of course, a very special year, our 150th birthday. So happy Colorado Day. I've got to enjoy. Yesterday I went to Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. Today I began with a Keep Colorado Beautiful cleanup project at a local park. Later today I'll be going to the Adams County Fair and the Denver Zoo. And I hope everybody gets to enjoy the festivities this weekend for Colorado Day. Today we are announcing two very exciting new steps that show our steadfast commitment to saving Coloradans money on energy bills, on utilities, and expanding low-cost clean energy alternatives across our great state. We know the importance of clean air for our health, for our planet. We also know the importance of doing everything we can to reduce people's utility bills and save people money on their monthly energy costs. We're launching a new online tool to make it faster and easier for Coloradans to learn about energy savings and help lower energy bills. And you'll hear about this tool and get a tour of it in just a moment. But we encourage everybody to simply go visit puc.colorado.gov/energy-savings. We'll put that up there. And very simply, you can put in your zip code of where you live because the incentives can be different in different places. So we have statewide incentives, there's federal incentives, there's also utility-based incentives, some local governments have them. And so we want to make sure we make it as easy as possible to show people how they can save money with some of these simple improvements with the many different rebates that are offered. And we want to make sure Coloradans who are making these energy improvements don't miss out on any rebates. So that's one of the big things we're announcing today. We are also formally directing state agencies and industry partners to prioritize creating and permitting renewable energy projects that save people money, create jobs, and power Colorado's economy. To get red tape out of the way, to move forward with aligning approval processes from CDPHE to local permitting, to make sure we can actually deploy and grow the clean energy that we know that we need. And this effort is a result of hard work and collaboration. I want to thank so many people: Colorado Public Utilities Commission, Sarah Thunberg, Deborah Albin, the Colorado Digital Services team, Colorado Energy Office, Gary Community Ventures, and my friend Ben, Rewiring America, the Statewide Internet Portal Authority. Our Colorado Utilities, of course, had to feed into this work for the portal to be able to show their different rebates and discounts. And of course, they also we're encouraging them to accelerate all of their clean energy permitting processes to make sure they can reduce uncertainty in the future and deliver more low-cost clean energy now. The Colorado Solar and Storage Association, Interwest Energy Alliance, many partners in the clean energy community, State Land Board, many other partners. The Colorado Energy Savings Navigator tool connects Coloradans to more than 600 money-saving rebates. That's how there's over 600 of these, and that's why it's very important to know where you live and what you're looking for, because nobody should be expected to have to research 600. Just plug it in, make sure you get everything you are entitled to save you money, reduce your utility costs. And it's a good thing that there's so many savings opportunities for Coloradans, but we just want to make it easier to find. And this tool is good for homeowners or renters. You can put in that there's some for each category. It's quick and easy to use. It takes less than 10 minutes, and it'll make sure that no one misses out on a rebate or discount that helps you save money. I've had the chance to try out the tool. It's really cool. All you do, again, is log into puc.colorado.gov/energy-savings, and you put in your quick information. It tells you what you're eligible for. And I want you all to see a demo. So we are going to have Tricia Anstey with the PUC do a live demo of this. And then I want to get into a little bit more about what we're doing on directing our different public agencies to accelerate clean energy development. Over to you, Tricia, to show everybody what's in store.
Thank you. Thank you, Governor Polis. Good morning, everybody. I'm going to show you a little bit about how to use this tool today. It is very quick and easy. I am on puc.colorado.gov/energy-savings, and that's where you would start to initiate the tool. I'm And if you click on Find Programs, it will take you to this, to the tool itself, and you can choose whether you are a homeowner or a renter. And then you're going to enter a little bit of information about yourself. So you're going to enter a zip code, your county, number of household members. If you're the head of household, you're going to enter your birth year and some things about yourself, like maybe you receive in-home medical equipment, and then also your income. You're going to select who your utility providers are, both electric and gas, and some other information, like if you've been disconnected, or if you have a past due bill. Maybe you have a gas or diesel powered vehicle that's a little older. What you are looking for in regards to appliances, if you are. And then if you're receiving any current household benefits, because that can help tailor what kind of programs show up for you. Once you've received all of this information and you confirm, it's a thinking. There we go. And then it will show you all the results. In this instance, we found 11 programs and 27 rebates. So it will list all of them. It will tell you how long it would take to apply, the estimated savings if you were able to. If a program is out of season, like LEAP is currently, you would see that that is out of season. There's other things like energy efficiency upgrades. Now, you can also save your results or email your results to yourself. And that way, if you're thinking about what you want to do, you can just wait until later. If you wanted to look at a little bit more info, you could. This will give you some info about some of the incentives that you may be eligible for. And that is exactly it. It is that simple.
Great. And to share more about this new tool and opportunities for Coloradans, I'm going to turn it over to Rebecca White, Director of the Colorado Public Utilities Commission.
Thank you, Governor. Good morning, everyone. It's lovely to see so many familiar faces today in the room. As a few of you know, at least, I've been at the Public Utilities Commission for just about 2 years. And one of the things I learned early on in the job is that when the PUC gets invited to an event, we 1,000% kill the mood. At our absolute best, the PUC is a serious, pondering regulatory body that really, really wants to talk to you about the weighted average cost of capital. So I may be the most excited person in the room today, even if no one comes up to talk to me later, to have a role in announcing a tool that came together quickly, and might I say beautifully, in a non-litigated partnership. This may be a first for us. I want to thank Governor Polis and his incredible team for the support, as well as our sister agencies at the Colorado Digital Services and the Energy Office, and then a few individuals in particular who put in many long hours on this: Tricia Anstey, who you met, Katie O'Donnell, Deborah Alban, Manali Mohanty, PJ Higgins, Mark Silberg, and Christian Willis. Thank you all. So one of the many great things about this tool is it builds on a strength, which is that there is a long and comprehensive list of programs here in Colorado today to help customers reduce and stabilize their energy bills, and also save money on things like electrifying a home or buying an electric vehicle or weatherization. However, until today, accessing that long list of programs meant long hours of research. You might learn about one program, for example, a reduced utility rate if you rely on medical equipment, but have no idea that you could also be eligible for a new electric water heater or an induction stove. The Colorado Energy Savings Navigator tool brings all these programs together in one place and tells you exactly what you're eligible for. As Governor Polis said, that's pretty cool. So I'll now turn it over to a real-life example, a homeowner, Mark Zamudo, to talk a little bit about his experience.
Hi, my name's Mark Zamudo. My wife and I were able to install a heat pump about 3.5 years ago, in large part due to the incentives and savings we had from state and federal credits. Before getting the heat pump, we didn't have air conditioning, and we were finding it harder and harder to get through the summer as things got hotter. So we started looking for a way to cool our house, and as we looked more and more, especially with the incentives, the heat pump started to make a lot of sense to us. The savings took a big chunk off the price of it. It wasn't cheap, but it helped a lot to have those savings. We also have solar panels, so the combination of the heat pump and the solar panels really made it sustainable and cheaper for us to be able to use electricity generated from our solar panels to offset the costs of the electricity from the heat pump. We've been very happy with our heat pump. It's worked really well for us. The incentives made it possible for us to get a more efficient, sustainable HVAC system. It's been a great opportunity for us, and I'd like to thank Governor Polis for doing whatever he can to make it a priority, to make it easier and affordable for Coloradans like my wife and I to be able to make our house more energy efficient and more comfortable during the summer. That's pretty much all I have to say. Thanks.
So in addition to kicking off this new tool, we need to make sure that Colorado builds the clean energy that we need. And we're calling on state agencies to prioritize and expedite clean energy projects that provide reliable, affordable energy to Coloradans. We want to make sure we take maximum advantage before the expiration of federal tax credits with some of the uncertainty around tariffs. We want to build out clean energy infrastructure now and get government and bureaucracy out of the way to make sure we can get it done. We know that Colorado's utilities, the private sector, we hope they join this effort with the shared goal to bolster Colorado's clean energy infrastructure and making sure that Coloradans can benefit from the clean energy tax credits. States across the country are competing to accelerate the deployment of affordable energy resources. What today's action does is it elevates our nation-leading work, making sure that a lot of those clean energy investments come right here to Colorado. We want to show we're open for business, and we want to expedite getting it done. These efforts will improve Colorado's air quality, drive our competitiveness, unlock billions in new investment for Colorado communities and businesses, and help save people money on their utility bills. We're doing everything we can to reduce costs, and that's what the launch of this executive action and, of course, the tool that works at the individual level is really all about creating more low-cost energy, maximizing the ability to participate in expiring federal tax credits, and, of course, giving individual homeowners and renters the tools to make sure that you can get every rebate and discount that you are entitled to. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Kelly Nordini, who leads Conservation Colorado.
Thank you so much, Governor, for this. As you all have heard, renewables is some of the fastest and most cost-effective energy to bring online. And this executive action is a really important step to make it clear that Colorado is open for business. We are bringing these resources online because they save people money, they help clean our air, and they're fast. We can get them on the grid. And the time to act is now, whether it's buying an EV or putting in a heat pump. We put in a heat pump 4 or 5 years ago. I really wish we had had this tool when we did that. That would have been awesome. This tool is incredible. I hadn't seen it until it got demonstrated today. But it really will give people an important tool to help save money on their energy bills, and that's a great resource. It also will accelerate bringing clean energy deployment online, and that's a terrific thing for Coloradans as well. I think you're really seeing today Colorado stepping up and saying we're open for business and we're here to help consumers save money, and I want to thank the governor for his leadership on that.
And with that, we're happy to take some questions. Who's going to call on them?
Yeah, I actually have a question.
Yes.
Not so much about this, but special session